right now.
All right,
Okay.
Read us a question.
Okay.
Starting for the third time.
Wait, so we're here. We are
here.
We are here, crammed into Nicole's house because I have a small house and we're trying to hide from the kids. But we're here to talk about questions and answers that you guys have submitted.
Yeah.
Don't look at
you.
myself. Look at the green dot. Shit, I was looking at me. Okay, so we're
We're
going to
doing our
read
best.
off.
We've had a couple outtakes up until now.
Oh, no, guys. Okay.
So I have the
cool,
questions.
Cool. Get taller.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say who they're from, so you don't know it's the same 4 people.
But we got questions. I mean,
Hey,
did.
that's
we got
great.
something.
And we didn't make them up, so that's cool.
Yes, yes.
The first question is, what's your guilty pleasure?
I actually
Ready?
answered this recently for something different.
Oh,
Sorry,
really?
I'm sick, guys. And it
What
said
is-
Fruity Pebbles and New Girl.
I love New Girl.
I love New Girl. Why is that a guilty pleasure?
That's a
I don't
legit
know.
pleasure.
Because it's the show you watch when you don't want to think.
Yeah. I could
It's
see
a
that.
good
I
show,
can
but
see
it's
that.
like,
Yeah.
and Fruity
Yeah.
Pebbles was my food.
I like
That's
Miley
legit.
Cyrus.
Do you?
That's
That's a good one.
great.
That's a great one.
I don't feel guilty about it.
No,
though.
lately I've been
Um,
listening to more like definitely guilty pleasure music, like dancey stuff. Stuff
Yeah.
that
Dancey
we
stuff?
listen to at the gym.
I feel
Nice.
like I'm all over the place though with the music I like. There's not really a whole
Yeah.
lot of music I don't like. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all mood for me, whatever mood I'm
yes,
in.
right.
Like I could go gangster funness, or I could go like
I
teen
think
pop or
that's
whatever.
I think that's the genre of music, gangster funness.
Gangster
Gangster
funness.
funness.
Yeah, I recently made a Spotify playlist where it was when I went from high school, or no, when I went to homeschool to high school.
Yeah.
Like that was my playlist, so it was all like Akon shit and like 50 Cent stuff. That's my
kinda
guilty.
cool.
I think that's my guilty.
You should
pleasure.
share that with us.
I should.
And
And all the
I will.
listeners.
Yes.
Sean Kingston. Do you guys remember him?
No.
No, you should share that
He sucks.
on our
Okay.
Patreon page.
I
that would be
will.
great.
That's a great
Oh,
idea.
I thought of
Don't you all want to hear all these songs?
it.
Because they're my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, next
Okay.
question. Would you all have been friends in high school?
Yes.
To clarify, we would not have been in high school at the same time.
No.
But
That's true.
for this question, let's pretend we would have been.
I'm trying to figure out.
Who?
I feel like for sure Nicole and I would have been friends.
You know what's funny?
Well, that's
is
how
I
we
was
started.
thinking,
Yeah.
For sure, Nicole and I would have been friends.
Basically, I'm just friends with everybody.
You're a wild card.
I feel like you're
think
a wild card.
Interesting.
What were you like in high
What
school?
group? Yeah, what group were you guys in?
I was really nerdy.
Nice.
I was
like,
pretty nerdy.
wait, were you in National Honor Society?
Of course.
Yeah,
Oh!
girl, get it. I was an officer. Were you?
I
You were
missed
banned,
it
right?
by 0.03%.
Oh,
Shut up.
no.
And they
that
wouldn't let
sucks.
me in. I was so mad about
sucks.
it.
That's sad.
It's a
Sorry,
sore
I'm
subject.
sorry, Danny.
It's a sore spot.
But what were you even like in high school? Were you
Yeah.
like you are now, or were you different? I feel like you were different.
I was weird.
Okay.
weird.
Well, I was always weird.
Like how weird? Like emo weird? Because I definitely was an emo girl.
So you know how I've always said my design style is
Yeah.
like everything?
Yeah.
That's how I was in high school. Is I was a band geek. I did book reports over the summer. But I was also
Wait, for
a
fun?
cheerleader. Yeah. For
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
I was also a cheerleading captain. Not that
Okay.
again the cheerleaders were cool at my
Right,
school, but
right.
you know.
Yeah. But
And
still.
I also was a softball. I played a lot of sports, so I was like friends with like the sporty kids. And I say friends really loosely, like we
Yeah.
would go out together because
You
we
got
had
along.
practice every day.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like I got along with everybody, but I was not friends with the cool kids.
Okay.
Like we
Okay.
didn't hang out outside of school. And
Got
I also used to wear vampire teeth to school
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
and teach kindergartners Spanish
That's
Aw,
actually
really
awesome.
Cute.
with vampire teeth on.
Okay.
Can you wear vampire teeth next photo shoot we do?
Sure, I'd have to get some.
You don't just
I
really
didn't
have
keep
them.
them. So I don't
Dang
know. I feel like I was friends with a lot of people, but wasn't like cool. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
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 I feel the same way.
I think I would have been friends with both of you because I was friends with anybody that talked to me.
Nice.
Like that was my stipulate. Like if you talked to me, I'd be like, "This is great."
I
Oh,
feel like you
wonderful.
and I would have been like the superfluous friends where like we had mutual friends,
Definitely.
but maybe
Yeah.
wouldn't have like just you and I hung out.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think that
yeah.
might be right, which is weird that we both thought that because when we met, we like immediately 'cause
clicked
of and we're
adult
buddies.
recess.
Like
You
yeah.
guys did?
Yes, like that.
Aw.
We were like, oh, we're best friends now.
Yes,
That's cute.
because
Yeah.
of adult recess.
Adult recess.
Yeah. Yep.
I like it.
What superpower do you wish you had? I know.
Okay.
I have 3 in order of preference.
All right.
Ooh,
Wow.
she's thought about this.
I mean, I knew this I've known this answer
Oh yeah,
for a
that's
long
right.
time. The first one is I want the power to heal anybody.
That's a good one.
The second one
Same.
is I would like to speak any language.
Very
That one's a
fun.
good
And the
one.
third one is I want to fly, but with actual wings.
Not just like
Oh.
Superman, where he just like
Right.
"Ooh," okay,
There's an
okay,
X-Man,
X-Man. Yeah.
that like her wings were like tattoos, and then they come out and they become wings. Like I want
Cool.
those. When
That
I
sounds like
was
you.
in
Yeah.
third grade, and I used to walk to school, I used to pray that God would give me wings, and I said, "It's fine. It's okay that if I have them and nobody else does."
Oh,
and I
that's
just
cute.
thought that that was a thing that would happen.
Yeah, that's cute. That's really cute.
I think my number one is just I want to fly without wings.
Fly without wings.
Yeah, I just want to be like launch
Just
off
fly.
like Superman.
Yeah.
It would make getting to work easier.
Oh,
Yeah, it
God,
would.
it'd be nice.
Yeah, less gas money.
Teleporting?
That'd be nice.
Ooh. I
Freak
don't know where
people
the
out, though.
remote. I'm trying to record this on my phone too because I don't really know how to work this yet.
No,
So I'm
that's
trying.
We'll
I
see
don't
what
know.
happens.
We'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
I would probably do. I like the language thing. I also like the invisible thing. Just because, like, you know, those
'Cause you want to be a
situations.
perv.
Well, no, because I want to get out of situations
Oh,
like
yeah.
this is awkward. Like invisible myself.
You're like,
like
this
is
meeting
weird.
isn't going well for me, so I'm out, guys.
I'm
Goodbye.
Like just go into the background, like.
I like that.
And then
That'd
like
be
your,
cool.
but your coworkers would catch on and they'd be like, "Are you still there?"
Stop it. Yeah. Yes, that would.
That's fun.
All
All right, next. What TV sitcom would you all star together in, and what would be the revised theme song? So I'm going to take this as what TV sitcom currently existing would you all star together in?
Okay.
Oh, like all of us?
Like what would we fit into?
Well,
Or-
like,
Hmm.
instead of like creating a new TV show that would feature us,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what is an existing one or one in the past that we could be characters in,
Okay.
is how I took that question.
Friends.
Got it. I mean,
I like
that's
Friends.
an easy
Yeah.
one.
Who would you guys be from Friends? It can be one of the boys too. Because I'd probably want to be Chandler.
I wasn't going to be Chandler.
I feel like I would totally be Chandler. Maybe Ross. Maybe
actually,
even Ross.
I feel like,
Oh my
Yeah.
I
gosh.
feel like if I were cast as somebody, I would cast as Phoebe.
I do like
yeah.
Phoebe's the most consistent one of the whole show.
That's
though.
true.
That's
Easily.
what's nice.
Yes,
That's what's
and
nice.
you are Phoebe.
Yeah, I agree.
would
You
you
could
be?
be like a cool Rachel or Monica. You like
you
to
were
bake.
totally Monica.
I'm
could
a
be a
little Monica.
Monica.
That's true.
and you
Yeah.
are a little OCD about
And a
something.
little anal.
There you go.
About some things,
And
yeah.
you're oh, you guys
And
get
I'm
married!
Yay!
So
Okay,
perfect.
that's cute. I
Would
like
we
it.
revise the theme song?
Sure.
Our podcast
Yeah,
theme
I'm
song?
sick of that song, honestly. Yeah, but we put some new words to our podcast
Yeah.
theme song.
Like
What is
we're
the word?
women as fuck. Oh. Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
That's our new theme song.
Oh no.
Okay. This is a multi-part question.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
The first part is, do you miss doing anything that you could do before kids? And if so, what?
Yes.
Sleeping in.
Sleeping.
In general, just sleeping.
Sleeping a lot.
Going out without having to have a babysitter.
Yeah, that's hard.
Without having
God.
to pre-plan so much.
I mean, my
Yeah.
answer is just everything.
What's one thing you wish you could do, like, right tonight? What
Trap.
would you want to do?
Oh, tonight?
I mean, like, if you could
Wait,
do something
Trap
right now.
what? What were you going to say?
I wasn't going to trap anything. I was going to travel.
Oh.
Travel
Yeah.
becomes a lot harder with
Yeah.
the kids,
Yeah.
and I want to just go everywhere. And I didn't make it everywhere yet.
Like across the pond or where?
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Across the whole,
Across everywhere.
all the ponds.
All the ponds.
All around all the ponds.
Okay. Do I have
Okay,
one
did you
eye that's
answer?
like flicking? What?
Did you answer?
I
Sleep.
sleep.
Oh.
Like that's my number one.
That's
But
a
I
good
also
one.
like the no babysitting.
Yeah, I think mine is just having to pre-plan. I'd rather not
Like
have to
freedom.
pre-plan.
Just freedom.
Just-
yeah, just like
Yeah.
Just to like
go.
drop of the hat, be like, bam,
Yes.
done.
What are flipping the previous one, what are the top 3 things that you can do now as a mom that you couldn't do or wouldn't want to do before you had kids?
Blame lateness on kids.
Oh.
I do that too much.
That's good.
I think it also, for me, it helps me stay present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's easy for me to be like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? But like
Yeah.
when you have kids, like they're,
Yeah.
you have to be like, all right, I just
Yeah.
clearly need to do whatever is happening right at this moment.
Yeah. I think that's smart.
I think you also find a lot of joys in little things that maybe you wouldn't notice before.
Yeah. And like
Cause
accomplishments.
like some things are just so cool. Like, hey mom, do you remember that thing that happened 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
That was
right.
so cool.
I
true.
know. I do like that. Mally's new thing is what you guys knew because all your kids got candy. Is to like give out candy to everybody. Like that's her thing. Like she just, you want candy?
It's so cute the
And
way
then
she
at
says
dinner,
it. You want candy?
you want candy? And then when we were at dinner, she goes, "Mommy, I will show them all my candy, and all my friends are gonna go, yay!" And they're gonna crowd and say, "Oh, what's up? What's up?
They kind of did.
Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
she's not wrong.
I know. It's
about
cute to
you?
like see that.
What was the question again?
What are the top 3 things that you can do now as a mom that you couldn't do or wouldn't have want to do before you had kids?
School.
Snuggle?
Oh, I love.
No, I do.
snuggling.
That's.
Teaching them something.
I was thinking that, but I didn't know how to like phrase it. But like, I get all the snuggles, and I
Yeah.
do love to just sit there. And Bennett asks for snuggles a lot.
Aww.
He's like, "Mom, I
Aw.
just want to snuggle. Come sit down. I want to snuggle." And I'm
That's
like,
cute.
I really like that.
I
Yeah.
like that. I also
my
like
favorite.
how I can blame going to children's movies. Like, yeah, my kids want to see it. Ugh. But really, I
Oh,
want to see it.
yeah.
I mean, I would
Such
just
a
go
bummer.
and not worry.
Well,
about it.
I used to,
Okay.
we went to Madagascar 3 with
Yeah.
no kids
Oh,
and
yeah.
sat in the back and
Weird,
we-
right?
we seemed creepy.
Yeah, I know.
like
Yep.
we were like, we are creepy.
All
right now.
right.
Yep.
That makes
true.
sense.
we
true.
just really want to see the movie. Do you,
Yeah.
Carrie, you already answered this, but you can answer again. Do you find yourself talking to yourselves during the week in preparation for recording? How do you all prepare to record?
Oh, I do.
You do?
You answered yes,
I
right?
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So I don't talk to myself in preparation of recording. I just talk to myself
You just talk to
in
yourself.
general.
I
I find myself doing
Okay.
it at work when I'm walking like down the hallway and I'm thinking about something and then I realize I'm
You just
talking
talk
out
about
loud
it.
and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe
I
I
do
should
that.
try not to do this when people can see me doing it.
Yeah.
But how I prepare to record is I just take notes.
Okay.
I talk to myself and I listen to our podcast over and over again. Like the last time I recorded, I think episode
Is that why our
3
listener
was coming
count
up.
is so high?
It's me. It's all me. But I like listen to it at
Nicole's
least
the
twice.
only listener.
It's just me.
She's
I just
I
like
listened
it.
to it 150 times yesterday.
But then it got in my head because then I started listening to myself. I'm like, wow, I like interrupt you guys all the time
Oh,
because I'm an active listener. So whenever you like tell me a story, I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, continue. Like I'm actively going like, yeah. So
I
it's
don't.
just-
I've never had a problem with
Oh,
that.
good.
I
I'm
haven't
glad.
either. I know
Okay,
I
good.
tend to interrupt, as I have been doing as you're trying to talk right
Yeah.
now. I can't listen to it. I listened to it one time.
Really?
While I'm working on the transcripts
Yeah.
or while it just came out
And
because Carrie and I, because if I over listen to it, I'll overanalyze it and I'll psych
Yeah.
myself out.
Yeah. I'll probably do it
Yeah.
too.
And
Do you
Carrie
say
just
your
has a
name?
panic attack.
Do you say
Yeah.
like your name in the car, or what? What do you practice in the car? I
Not
practice
my
my name,
name.
like because I have a really long name, so
No, I just talk.
Wait.
I just
you just talk.
yeah. I just get in the
Okay.
car and I'm like, I'm just gonna talk to myself and like
Aww.
it just gets like
get
words going and
casual.
like yeah, and I
Yeah.
just talk.
That's That's nice.
I have
About the topic.
I
that
have
we're
arguments
doing.
in the car with people.
Oh, do
With
you win?
Yourself.
Always.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Well, not with myself, but like situations that have happened, and then
yes.
I tend to.
Yes.
And then I'm like, ha!
Yeah,
Showed
I
you.
got you.
All right. All right. What are our favorite podcasts other than our own?
God, I could go on all
This is
day.
okay.
Okay.
one. You go first.
Pick your top. Your absolute favorite.
My number one?
Yeah.
Can I have two?
You can have 3.
I can have
hold on.
3. Okay.
3? Does it say 3?
I
You
have
have 3?
6.
How about 5? All right, you go first, and then Danny, and then me. Go.
Okay.
I have 5?
You do 1,
Okay.
and then 1, and then 1.
Okay,
And then
okay,
three.
And then just
Uh,
a real brief
synopsis.
why you love
What
this.
it is.
Okay.
Do you need to get
oh
closer
my God.
to it? Oh,
Okay.
I'm so excited.
You just want to get in the camera
Okay.
and let him tell.
Okay, so I'm going to just say one of the ones that I listen to, it's like if it pops up in my feed, I'm clicking on it. It's called The Dumbbells.
I've listened to that a couple times.
Really?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. It's two guys who they're actors, but they're also personal trainers, and they talk about fitness, and they always have a guest on, and it's just the combination of their personalities. It is so perfect. They're so delightful and funny and charming, and I just love them both.
I don't mean to be making like shitty face back
Faces.
here. I just looked at myself and I was like, oh, what is that face I'm making? All right.
Okay, go.
All right, your turn.
Okay. Well, everyone knows what my favorite podcast is.
And that's why we drink.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it with me.
Sorry.
Oh.
And that's why we drink.
I'm
Clink.
I'm
Or is it
obsessed.
clink?
Oh, wait, clink. We're bad at doing the time things. It's a crime and supernatural podcast, and I think the hosts are hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
I'm obsessed with them.
So listen. My favorite is it's called Why Mommy Drinks, and it's these two. I think they're actors. They're somehow in the movie show business deal, and they always have a host on, and they talk about what broke them as a mom that week. So it's really nice and comforting because I feel like a lot of my mom struggles are solo and only I'm dealing with them. And then when I hear the shit that they're dealing with, I'm like, oh, I don't feel so alone. Like, that broke them. They're willing to feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, this is great. So I love it, and I love the ladies. And one's from Minnesota, and that's me. So I'm like, you must be my friend. So that's it.
Are we saying
Do one more.
Can I do one more? Okay.
Do it,
I got
do
to
it.
do one more. Okay.
Okay.
Risk.
What's that one?
Risk
know that one.
is basically like Story Slam. It's like people getting up and telling a story of their own experience to an audience. And man, I don't know. The stories, like, they get, oh God. Every time I'm like, that story was so good.
Oh.
They can be like really touching or really funny or both, or they're just, almost
It's
all the
awesome.
stories are amazing. And it's Story Slam, so I'm going to shout out Madison Story Slam.
Yeah.
Go
Whoop,
Adam Rostad, our producer, runs Madison Story Slam, and if you haven't checked it out, check it out.
It's good.
And we're sorry, Adam. This quality is not your quality. Don't hate us. We're just trying. Okay, go. Your turn.
That's why we have him.
Yeah, right.
I know. Why? Yeah. I know.
Oh, this is really hard. Okay, I'm gonna pick.
It is hard. There's
There's
so many.
so many. I'm gonna pick Sawbones, which is a new one I've been.
That's
this
fun.
one? So it's a new one I've
Okay.
been into. They do medical history, and it is so funny.
It's
medical.
funny?
It's medical history gone wrong. Like
They're like telling you
Ah!
what people used to
misconceptions are
Yeah.
and stuff
do.
like
Like
that.
they were like,
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
what was a recent one that I heard. I don't know. Now suddenly I can't think of any of the recent topics. But it's so funny, and I'm like, I feel like I'm super late to this game because they have a couple books and everything.
Really?
But they are
Yeah.
so
I haven't heard of that.
funny. I like,
Sawbones.
It's a
Sawbones.
husband and wife.
Sawbones.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
and she's a
Yeah, and they're-
doctor.
Are they both doctors?
I don't
No?
think he is.
Oh, okay.
I think he's just
Okay.
funny. He's like
Okay.
the comedic relief.
Comedic relief. Okay.
And she's like the one with the medical knowledge.
Okay. Okay.
And so,
That's cool.
like, and so it's, if, they talk about, I don't know, like whatever It's funny.
Okay.
I don't know how else to explain.
It's good. It's
Real
good.
quick, I just want to shout out Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet, which is
Oh.
Christine from And That's Why We Drink. They read bad reviews, and it's also
Christine
so
and-
funny.
Christine and her brother.
Yeah, and it's actually,
Cute.
and it just
I didn't
makes
know that
me
one.
think like people who write reviews are just.
That is awesome.
Anyway,
My other one, I was gonna say, And That's Why We Drink, because you've got me started on that one, and I do really like it. Every week I have to listen to theirs, but I think because you said it, I will say Terrible, Thanks for Asking, and that one is basically this. What is she? I don't. She's like a journalist. She's really, really good. Anyway, and she's from Minnesota, so shout out. She tells these stories of how your life is crumbling, your life is like horrible. I think her husband passed away from brain tumor, I think.
Aw.
So basically, like, her whole thing is like, you walk into the grocery store and someone asks you, hey, how are you doing? And you're supposed to say fine, but really what you want to say is like, I am terrible. Thanks for asking. So it's like she tells these stories, and they're really sad. They make me cry every time, but it's really special. She does it really well. Okay, that's it.
All right.
Too many good ones.
This
Too many
is
good
our
ones.
last question, but it's like 5 questions in one.
Oh, jeez.
God.
So should I read the whole thing and then we can decide how we want to
Yeah.
answer? Okay. The question is, how do you discipline your children? What types of punishment do you think is appropriate for kids?
Oh,
You may
Christ.
have different disciplines for different ages. If so, what are they? How would you discipline a child for swearing or talking back to a parent or someone in authority? How would you discipline a child for hitting or physically hurting another child? And you know what? Maybe discipline should just be a topic for discussion for a future podcast. That's actually what they put at the end.
Okay, I mean,
Cute.
that's not a bad idea. I like that idea.
How about let's
actually.
just answer the what do you guys think about discipline? Like, how do you discipline your kids?
Oh, man. It can come in so many forms.
Yeah.
It's true. And yours are older, so I feel like you have different ones.
Yes. Like,
Okay.
timeout's not a thing anymore. That's
What?
weird. Yeah.
You're not giving your nine, right?
9-year-old,
9-year-old
yeah.
timeout.
Timeout.
Go sit in the corner.
No, I mean they lose privileges. They lose things that
Mm.
are important to them. Usually, tablet time or dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to work pretty well usually. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty much the same. It's although it's still timeouts or taking something away or you go to bed early or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm really against corporeal punishment. So
Yeah.
for a lot of variety of reasons.
Yeah. I think right now we're struggling with that hardcore. My oldest just started lying openly to my face, which I'll talk about in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
But it's really hard because I think timeouts, she doesn't really care. She just sits there and
Yeah.
is like, okay, mommy. And she just sits down. I'm like, oh.
Timeouts were never real effective in our
Yeah.
house.
So
But,
Nova
like, I
will
don't
They didn't
cry.
care.
Nova will cry the entire time out.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be like, you're gonna
Ugh.
sit here for 3 minutes, and she'll just sob.
Yeah.
But like, if she were just sitting there on her own, it's like not a big deal.
Right.
Yeah. We do.
Well,
the,
that's
like, we have
good.
a
She knows what it
timer.
is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 We have like a timer, like an owl timer that you have to do the numbers and it goes tick, tick, tick,
Oh
tick.
yeah.
But now she plays with the thing. She like looks at
Oh.
it, she's like, this is so cool. I'm
We
like,
have to
stop
sit
it.
right in front of her,
Oh.
and we like look at her,
Yeah.
and then while she's on a timeout, we're like, "Do you understand why you're here? You can't
Yeah.
like roll on your brother,
yeah.
push him
Yeah.
over."
Oh, we had that yesterday. She pushed me. She goes, no. I'm like,
Mm,
time out.
mhm.
And then she
Yeah.
laughed. So.
We count to 3 a lot, but now that's become more of a game than anything. It worked really
Yeah.
well for a while.
Yeah.
That works in our house still.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Sean does it a lot. It's a countdown. He'll do 5, 4, and then they're like,
Oh, running.
scramble.
It sounds intimidating.
It works, yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe that we could have that be a broader topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
That
And
could go on for days, I
If
think.
any, yeah. And if anyone has suggestions,
yeah.
please let me know at least
Mm-hmm.
because I need them.
For the ages of 1, 3.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Oh,
7
6 and 9.
6 and 9.
Oh, I said 7 and 9 earlier. I was
I
pretty
thought
close.
so too.
It's
yeah.
hard to remember. I have trouble.
Because he thought he was 7.
I didn't know for a while.
Yeah.
Remember?
Too.
I don't think that episode
No,
has
for
come
a
out
while.
yet.
It's
Right?
fine.
Oh,
But yeah.
no,
Sneak
not
peek.
yet.
No. Yeah. Sneak peek.
So yeah, so that was the end of our questions.
Thank
Wait,
you
we
for
got
submitting
one,
questions.
Wait, we
Oh,
got one more, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah. Now it's gonna be an awkward pause for a second.
Danny, do a dance.
Well, and it's not gonna work. We had a good question that was I'm not gonna find it.
She's not gonna find it.
Oh, that's the book one. Hold on.
Oh, if you didn't say what your book title would be, go to our
What?
Facebook page.
It was Instagram.
Oh, I
wasn't
didn't
it?
see that
I
today,
know.
guys. I'm sorry.
Gary didn't
The
post it,
Facebook?
clearly.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You
We'll
could have
never
gotten
post
away
it.
with been like, oh, I was the one
Oh.
who posted it.
This one. Did you guys
Yeah.
see this one?
Oh, no.
How important is it to have a dedicated website for a podcast versus just having a podcast host page? Thank you.
What is a podcast host page
Yeah,
mean?
what's a
like on
podcast host
does that
page?
mean like on
Like
your
Podbean.
hosting site?
I
On
think so.
Podbean? Oh,
Yeah,
mm.
that's what I would say.
super different. I mean, people don't go to your Podbean site, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't go look at your Podbean page, but
I
also, do they really go
And what
to your
content?
website? I don't-
My it was explained to me once how you're supposed to put your eggs in a basket you own rather than like a Facebook basket.
Mhm.
You don't own that, so at random they could do whatever they want basically.
Right.
So
Uh-huh.
You
as long
also
as you
can't
own
have
it.
like it's hard to have an email list. It's hard
Yeah.
to and also from an SEO perspective, don't get me started, but like
Don't get her started.
Don't get her
don't
started.
okay, so from a digital marketing perspective,
Yeah.
which is what I do in my life.
in my life.
In my life.
You know.
I do SEO specifically.
Yeah.
Um,
what was that?
what I use Carrie.
This is where I'd go invisible.
I'm just like,
I'm "Ah!"
Carrie is helping me out,
and I'm gonna
with-
fly away.
I've talked Carrie's ear off about SEO so many times. Basically, there's so many free websites that you can make that I would
Yeah.
say there's no reason not to have a website, even if it's just a super simple
One page.
One page.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at. Here's where you can find me, and that's
Yeah.
where you can kind of drive people, and you can always build that website up over time.
Yeah.
You don't have to like go crazy with blogs or pictures
Yeah.
or whatever. It could be very simple, but also then buy your URL so
Yeah.
that somebody else doesn't buy it, because a URL is what, like $14 a year,
Yeah.
which is like not a bad
Affordable.
expense.
Yeah.
It's affordable. So
And as a user, I feel like it's a more legitimate thing if they have
Yeah.
a website. When like
Yeah.
if I'm looking and I'm like this, they're not taking it seriously
Yeah.
mhm.
if they just don't have one.
So I mean, I would say if it's like a huge barrier to start, like do whatever you have to do, just start. But like I feel
Yeah.
like you could pretty easily, pretty quickly have a website.
Yeah.
Contact
That's my-
Danny for help.
That's my 3 episodes in professional opinion.
I like
4
it.
episodes in, you know,
Okay.
super profesh.
Okay, well, should we wrap? I
Yeah.
think that's it.
Yeah, thanks
Um,
for all your questions.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
We didn't have
Yeah.
to make any up.
It was great. I mean, we made up some stuff.
We
but that's
would've.
fine.
They didn't know. They didn't need to know. It's fine. They were all of them were made up. Just kidding.
Well, shit, we said that already. Thank you for listening. Hopefully this makes it because I'm in
Yes.
charge of recording it and I don't know what I'm doing. So let's hope this gets somewhere.
Yay!
Yay!
WomenAFpodcast.com.
Oh yeah, that. Shit. Okay, bye.